Diary Times Himachal News Bulletin. And in this bulletin, you will get today's all the important news of Himachal Pradesh in one go. So starting today's bulletin and moving to the first news, cloud burst in Sirmaur. Crops destroyed, apple orchards damaged due to floods in Kullu. Heavy rains have caused extensive damage in many places in Himachal Pradesh. Amid the alert of the meteorological department, in a village of Nahan Tehsil of Sirmaur district, the ground was washed away due to the strong flow of water due to cloudburst late on Monday night. Crops have also been destroyed due to light snowfall on the mountains of Manali. The weather in the valley has changed. The apple orchards have suffered heavy damage due to flood in the drain in Burua village of Kullu. Heavy rain continues in many areas of the state since Monday night. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, recruitment process of 1,690 art and physical teachers started in Himachal Pradesh. The recruitment process of arts and physical teachers has started for 1,619 posts in government schools of Himachal Pradesh. The Directorate of Elementary Education has issued instructions to the district education officers for batch-wise and direct recruitment on Monday. District-wise 870 posts of physical and 820 posts of art teachers will be filled. For the direct recruitment of these posts, Staff Selection Commission Hamirpur will conduct a single examination across the state. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, college student commits suicide by hanging himself. A 19-year-old youth has committed suicide by hanging himself in Lower Samti under Samar Hill Police Station outpost of Shimla, the capital of Himachal Pradesh, causing a sensation in the area. The youth who committed suicide was a student of a college in the city. The deceased has been identified as Santosh Kumar, son of Dhaniram, and he was a native of Khanga village of Ani Tehsil of Kullu district. The deceased Santosh lived with his elder brother in a rented room in a residential house in Lower Samti. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Pangi Lahaul Spiti will have first to 8 examinations after October 6. The examinations of classes 1st to 8 in government schools of Pangi and Lahaul Spiti, district of Chamba, tribal area of the state, will be held after October 6. Due to the elections of Panchayati Raj institutions, the education department has decided not to conduct the examinations in these areas yet. In other regions, the examinations of class 1st to 8 will be held from September 27 to October 6 as per the predetermined schedule. The date sheet of S7 has been released by the State Project Officer of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Online examinations will be taken simultaneously in winter and summer schools of the state. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Chief Secretary scolded due to non-availability of good quality of rice in the depots. These instructions were given to the officers. Chief Secretary Ram Subhag Singh has expressed his displeasure over the non-availability of good quality of rice in the depots of Himachal Pradesh. He directed the officials of Food Corporation of India to supply good quality of rice in the ration depots. He has also instructed the Food Supply Department to continuously take samples. After receiving the complaint to the government, the Chief Secretary also summoned the Food Supply Secretary in the matter. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Hockey AstroTurf Indoor Stadium and Centre of Excellence to be built in Himachal. Under the Khelo India scheme, Hockey AstroTurf Indoor Stadium and Centre of Excellence will be built in Himachal Pradesh. The Union Sports Ministry has approved 4 sports projects in the state. 15 crores will be spent on these projects in Sirmaur, Sundarnagar, Solan and Bilaspur. In the online conference of ministers, Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has given this big gift to Himachal. Sports Minister Rakesh Pathania also attended the conference. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, companies increased the rates of apples, but the cost is not coming out. Corporate companies buying apples have increased the prices. Rates have been increased from rupees 4 to rupees 6 per kg. This is the first time that the companies are increasing instead of reducing rates. But gardeners are not satisfied with these rates. Gardeners say that the rates are still low in comparison to the cost. Adani Agrofresh, the biggest apple buyer, has increased the rate by rupees 4 kg on August 26. The company had priced premium apples at rupees 72 per kg, which has been rupees 16 less than the previous year. Moving ahead in today's bulletin, after Kufri, now Doppler radar will be installed in Chamba's Jot. After Kufri, adjacent to the capital Shimla of the state, now the Meteorological Center will install Doppler radar in Chamba's Jot. This will give accurate information about the change in weather within a 150 km radius of the Jot. Possibilities of installing Doppler radar are also being explored in Murari Devi Sundarnagar, Kinnor and Lahore. Director of Meteorological Center Shimla, Sundar Pal, said that farmers and gardeners will get the benefit of this. The radar will detect the weather patterns 4 hours in advance. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, landslide on Kalga Shimla highway, light snowfall on state's peaks. Amidst the alert of Meteorological Department, heavy rains have been recorded in district Kullu and other parts including Shimla, the capital of Himachal Pradesh. In Kullu Manali, it has been raining since late Monday night. Heavy rains caused floods in the drain of Brua village in Manali. This has caused damage to apple orchards. At the same time, debris has arrived in people's homes. There was panic due to the flood in the drain on Monday night. Not only this, the water of the flood in the drain turned towards the village. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, preparations are being made to provide cheap ropeway journey to the people in Himachal. The Himachal Pradesh government has started a big exercise to make the cheap journey of ropeway from common people to tourists in order to promote the ropeway and provide cheap travel to the people. A demand has been made from the GST Council to reduce tax from 18% to 5%. In the meeting of GST Council held in Lucknow, have made a written request in this regard. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, 11,000 oxygenated beds prepared in Himachal, 1,400 personals trained. In the view of the possibility of third wave of corona, the Himachal Pradesh government has prepared 11,000 oxygenated beds. These includes 1,080 ICU beds. 1,400 health workers have been trained to apply and unload oxygen in the corona ward. They will provide services in pediatric ward. Himachal has been alerted by the central government regarding the third wave of COVID. In this regard, the state government is constantly holding virtual meetings with the deputy commissioners and chief medical officers. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, thief took away bicycle from CBI officer's house. A vicious stole a cycle from the house of CBI officer in Himachal Pradesh capital Shimla. Police have arrested the accused. It has been identified as Kuldeep, resident of Shimla Rural. The accused was produced in the court on Monday. From here, he has been sent to the judicial custody. The accused was caught stealing a cycle from the balcony of Baluganj residential colony near Assembly. The cost of the cycle is 82,000 rupees. Moving ahead to the next news of today's bulletin, death of 3 infected women, 229 new positive cases. 3 corona-infected women died in Himachal Pradesh on Monday. Of these, 58 and 70 years old died in Hamirpur, while a 70-year-old died in Una. At the same time, 229 new cases of COVID have come in this state. The death toll of corona in the state has reached 3,637. So far, there have been 2,17,140 cases of corona in the state. Out of these, 2,11,871 have been cured. Corona active cases remain in the state are 1,616. Out of these, there are 200 active cases in Bilaspur district, 38 in Chamba, 364 in Hamirpur, 363 in Kangra, 11 in Kinnor, 29 in Kullu, 13 in Lahore Spiti, 311 in Mandi, 174 in Shimla, 4 in Sirmur, 23 in Solan, and 86 in Una. During the last 24 hours, 142 patients have been cured and samples of 10,535 people were taken for corona examination. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, CM Jairam said, foundation stone of Bahal Airport will be done soon by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will soon lay the foundation stone of the proposed Greenfield Airport in Bahal. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur said in a public meeting held at Gaggal in Bahal Assembly constituency that the state government was completely serious about the construction of this airport. The work of OLS and LiDAR survey have been completed. The central government has also recommended a budget of 1,000 crores for this airport. This is a dream project and it will be completed in any case. Moving on to the last news in today's bulletin, job opportunity, private company will fill 200 posts. There is a job opportunity for unemployed youth who pass out from various trades of ITI in Una, Himachal Pradesh. The well-known company of Mohali is going to conduct campus interview in Bangna. There will be recruitment for 200 posts. Campus interview will be held on September 22 at Government Industrial Training Institute, Bangana. The age of the trainees appearing for the interview should be 18 to 25 years. So that's it for today's bulletin, guys. We will meet you again tomorrow. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye-bye.